Before the interview with James Badge Dale started, we were talking casually about the boots that the producers had sent to the actors before the filming began. The idea was for them to break them in to reduce the chances of them getting blisters during the intensive 2 weeks of training before filming began. But it turns out that the cameras were rolling.
My feet held together for about 2, 3 weeks, and then it just, everything dropped off. And then three days later, 100% fine, you know what I mean? But it's funny because I live in New York, and so they sent me these boots. And so I'm walking around New York City with these boots, and people were looking at me like, and it was the summertime, so I'm wearing shorts and these boots up to here, and they were looking like, what is?
Trying to get them broke in.
Yeah, like, what is this fashion statement you're making? Like, you don't know. I'm going to work, man.
Did the paparazzi ask you questions about the boots?
No. I think you and I would understand the boots,
Yeah.
but they don't.
We're with James Badge Dale, who played Jesse James Steed in Only the Brave. Saw the movie last night. I was very favorably impressed.
Thank
Great
you.
job.
Thank you.
What was your first reaction when they offered you this role?
Well, I was familiar with this story. I was familiar with these guys. As we were talking earlier, I live in New York City. I couldn't be farther from where we're sitting today, but I was riding the subway downtown. I was riding the 16 downtown, and it was the week of the Yarnell Hill Fire. And the New York Times had done a 2-page article on the Granite Mountain Hotshots, and it was about how hard they worked to become a Tier 1 crew, what it was to be Tier 2, what it was to be Tier 1, and what that meant, and their work ethic, their love for their work, their obsession with their work, and how up to the very end, not one of them left each other's side. And I was struck by that. And I said to myself in that subway that someone is going to tell this story, and I want to help tell this story. So Joe Kosinski, our director, he called me a year ago, and he asked me if I'd be interested to come and tell this story. And the answer was yes. I'd like to give something of myself the same way these guys gave.
How would you describe the character you played, Jesse James Steed? He was second in command on the crew.
Jesse James Steed was, he's a lot of things I'm not. He's 6'4", I'm 5'11", he's 220, I'm 180 pounds. He's got a good sense of humor, I don't. I mean, he was an impressive individual. And what struck me about him was you had this former Marine, this mountain of a man, this guy who had the strength to walk up to strangers, to walk up to the people he worked with and his family members and look them in the eyes and smile and give them a big hug and say, I love you. And that's how he interacted with people.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you miss these guys?
I miss all those guys. Yeah, that's a beautiful photo, man. We became very close on this, and everyone who worked on this job from day one came to do this job, try to do it the right way with passion, humility, and respect.
I checked you out on Instagram, and I found another photo where it says, we come to work every day to throw down. What does that mean to you?
Well, to me, it's passion. It's passion for your work. You know, what Pat McCarty, what Brendan McDonough, what all these guys who were on the Granite Mountain Hotshots, who came in to tell us their stories and to train us, was that they come to work to throw down. There is an obsession, there is a love, there is an excitement to do what they do, and there's a pride at the end of that day when you look back and you see that line that you cut, when you look back and you see this is what we've done, this is the land we've saved. You save a home, you save a family's home. That's a big thing. And don't do things halfway. You know, you give all of yourself. And so if you're spiking out and you lay your head down at night, you know you gave it all, man. That to me is what throwing down means.
Have you met any of the families of those 19 firefighters?
Yes. We had, when family members were ready, they were invited to come to set and see what we were doing and how we were doing it. Jesse left behind a wife and 2 children. And his wife asked for some space in the beginning. She would talk to me on the phone. And then on the second to last day of filming, she came and surprised me. And I met her for the first time. And then this summer, I met their children for the first time. I met Jesse Steed's son and daughter. And I couldn't be more grateful to get to tell his story for them.
That had to have been a powerful moment for you and them.
It did. It beats hard inside me right now. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.